in 2019 through this point, I think you guys had like 9 takeaways, and it's
Mm-hmm.
significantly less through this point this year. What do you think is kind of causing you guys to not maybe generate as many turnovers as you have in previous years at this point?
We haven't stopped the run good enough to put them in situations where they have to pass, um, and some lucky bounces. Whether we haven't got it or we've gotten our hands on it, we just haven't caught it. You know, we gotta really force the issue.
How much is that affecting what you guys are or aren't able to do that you're not generating turnovers? Is that one of the main things that you feel like this defense is missing?
No, I just think we got to play better. We haven't finished enough plays, and there's still a lot out there for us.
Yeah, in that regard, how tempting is it to try to go make a play and get yourself out of position and then cause more issues?
It can be tempting, but in our defense, it counts on everybody just doing their job. Sometimes the most stout defense is the defense gets out in a 3-and-out. It's not necessarily a turnover, but it provides more chances for the offense and keeps the defense fresh.
Kim, I know we're going to ask you to think back to maybe 2013 here, but you guys started 0-4 that year. I know it was your third year in the league, I believe. Do you remember the message from the vets at that point, what they were saying?
Let's just get a win. I think I'll never try to compare any season before to another season. Every season has its pitfalls and its tops, and just about battling through adversity and see how we can come on the other side of this.
On the same point you're making, Mike said after the game against the Packers largely that some of the turnovers and big plays come from detail.
Mm-hmm.
The details are right, the big plays will follow, essentially. How important of a message is that this week against Denver, since their defense is pretty good themselves and they're not going to yield a lot of points?
Yeah, with detail and execution, it looks like luck, but you're prepared for it. Versus good teams like Denver, they have a stout defense that causes a lot of turnovers, and their offense really takes care of the ball. So that's a recipe for success for them, but we got to make them uncomfortable. We get them in some longer downs where they got to take chances.
Would that be particularly good, particularly important this week when you guys have Denver on their side of the 50 so you can shorten the field for your offense?
Yeah, I think any offense is going to benefit from it, and we got to have just all of our sides complementing each other. When you're able to do that, whether it's special teams, kickoff returns, or kickoffs, really starting you well out on offense or defense, and then everybody working coincidentally, it goes a long way in the game.
There's been talk about the offensive line gelling and with younger guys and newer guys. How about your line? How are Bugs and Wormley and Loudermilk and those guys starting?
And we're a work in progress too. I think the best thing we can understand is we got guys injured, but that's not what we're going to follow our hat on. We got to go out there and play detail football. Just because you're a young guy, just because you don't have a lot of experience, doesn't mean you can't play well in this league. So we got to learn from our mistakes, get back to work, and get going.
Yeah, how's the neck and it happened in game?
I've been dealing with it for a while, so I'll be good.
Kim, I know every week in the NFL is a must-win game, but do you guys feel a sense of urgency to turn it around after the way the last couple of games have gone?
I'm urgent after every time we lose, so nothing changes.
Kim, I guess Munch knows what you like to do as a defense. What you like, what he probably likes to do. Is that a wash, or how's that?
We'll see.
Not game time, but how's that going to work out?
Munch is a great coach. Been playing against him since he was at Tennessee, and he does a lot of zone scheming, and he's got guys that like to get to the second level, and they're double teams. They always work in unison to do that. So I know he's a great instructor and great teacher, so we're going to have our hands full as a defense.
You guys obviously going to stress gap integrity.
Got to. Every game.
That run that Williams had, is that sort of a message, work until you get him to the ground? He seems to be able to bounce off runs and carry.
Yeah, that run he had was pretty special. Obviously, he's looking to improve on that, and he broke like 5 tackles. Remind me of like the old Maurice Jones-Drew just breaking tackles, bouncing off people. It takes more than one guy to get to the ball, and we got to have that on Sunday.
Cam, you guys have had these slow starts before, 2019, 2013, and however you found a way to keep it spiraling. Is that something that you talk to the younger guys about and we want to hear from them?
I don't need to talk to them. I just got to, get to work. All our mistakes can be fixed on the field. It's not just me just saying, do this, do that. Lead by example, and make sure we take care of what we can on the field.
Is every slow start like that to a season different in its own way, or is 1-3, 1-3, no matter how you slice it?
It's different. Things happen. Guys get injured. New guys are in. New players from different teams. There are different things that happen. You take away 4 or 5 plays from each game, you could be looking at a different record. But how do you clean up that from here on out?